Hello, and a very good evening to all of you who have joined. My name is Sarabopitiya and representing the SLIIT Fast community, and welcome to SLIIT Bashaway 2025 awareness session organized by the SLIIT Fast community for the fourth consecutive time in collaboration with the SLIIT Women in FOSS, the SLIIT Mozilla Campus Club, and the SLIIT Software Engineering Student Community. So, welcome. I hope everyone's having a good day. As I said before, my name is Sairu, and I will be taking you through basically any and all questions that you might have regarding the competition and what kind of process it will be, and what you exactly have to do, what kind of questions you have to tackle with. So, any questions that you may have, feel free to drop them to the YouTube chat, and this will be available once the live session is over as well in our SLIIT Fast Community YouTube channel. So, with that being said, I will share my screen with you guys. I hope I'm audible. Right. So, I hope you can see the screen, and this is all available for you to see. I hope you can see. So yes, you can log in, and you can actually, if you have already registered for SLIIT Bashaway 2025, registrations are still open. So registrations are closing on the 21st, which is tomorrow. Midnight. So make sure to register if you haven't registered. If I start with a little bit about an introduction about Bashaway, Bashaway is Sri Lanka's first and only scripting and automation competition in Sri Lanka, which is a also an inter-university competition, not your run-of-the-mill usual hackathon. It's very different. It's a bit technical as well. So make sure to register. There's going to be a lot of competition, similarly to the years before as well. So if you go to this link, bashaway.slitfast.org, you will be redirected to our official website, where you will see all the details about the competition, the history of the competition, the guidelines, and everything as well. So I thought of starting it out here. So as I mentioned before, this is a unique competition. This is the fourth time we're doing this. We started 4 years ago, and we have had success throughout the years as well. So this, I think, is quite important for you all, which is the timeline. We started registrations on the 2nd of October, and today we are here in the 20th of November, the awareness session. And on the 25th of October last month, we had Bash Labs 1. So Bash Labs is the workshop series that goes in hand to hand with Bashaway. So previous year we had two Bash Labs session as well. This year we had two as well. So Bash Labs 1 was done in collaboration with the Kubernetes Sri Lanka community, where the topic was about Kubernetes from zero to cluster. So anyone who was a beginner into Kubernetes, even if you are a pro, you were able to get a really good understanding about it. It's a very sort of engaging session organized by the Kubernetes Sri Lanka community. And the winners, there was a quiz as well. So some of the winners actually got tickets to the KCD conference, which was very interesting as well. And then on the 10th of November this month, we had Bash Labs 2. So that was done in collaboration with IFS Sri Lanka. We had IFS as a knowledge partner previous year as well. So a speaker from IFS did a session on Linux 101. So this was held in the SLIIT Metro campus in Colombo 3. And that was also perfect for newbies and even for experienced people who were looking to polish their skills. So it's a very sort of and beginner friendly sessions that we kind of did to make the transition easier for you to do for the competition. So this was the two workshops that were done. And Now we move on to the future, which is the registration closing, which happens on tomorrow on the 21st of November midnight. So if you haven't already registered, make sure to go to this website, bashaway.slitfast.org, and then get registered as soon as possible. Get your team registered. Make sure to represent your university. And you might have seen some of the leaderboard flyers of your university being going around. So to get an idea about where university stands, so get registered. And on the 23rd of November, which is this Sunday, you have the round one. The round one, which I will get back to, is completely virtual, and this is around a 6 hour competition. It starts around at 9:30 and runs till around 5:30. So somewhere around 6 hours. So you can we will be putting up challenges, and you have all the time during that time to complete as much challenges as you can. And once that's done, the top 10 teams in the leaderboard will be selected to the final round the following week on the 30th of November, Sunday. So this will be physical. This will be a physical competition on the final round. Only the top 10 teams will be allowed here, but there is a small catch. Even if you are not selected, there is still a little surprise for you. So I'll get back to that in a little bit. So this is the timeline. This is all the general timeline that we wanted to go through. First of all, get it over with. So if you do have any questions regarding the timeline or anything, feel free to drop them to the YouTube chat, and my team and myself will answer them as much as we can. Right. So rules and regulations, I'm not going to go through each of them, but I'll go through one of the most common ones. So a competing team can consist of 1 to 4 members. So you can even participate as an individual. We got a few questions asking if it's possible, but yes, you can. You can participate as one individual as well, but we highly recommend you to participate with a minimum of at least 2 members, because it's going to be a little bit challenging, and it'll be much more of a fun experience for you that way as well. And the competition will have 2 rounds, as mentioned. The first round, which is online, and the final round, which is physical. And these are task-based challenges in a timed setting. So even the first round and the final round both will be in a time-based setting. So the first round will be held online, and second round will be held at SLIIT Malabay campus. So that I need to mention as well. And each team must register through the competition platform by entering all the team details and necessary information. So few of you might have already registered. If you haven't already registered, you can click this register button here. I'll click it, and it will take you. Oops, my bad. I've already logged in. I'll go here. Right. This will tell you to log in. If you don't have an account, you can sign up here. So this is how you register basically. This is the registration form that you might see for the first time. You saw that previously because I already am signed in. So you can enter your team name here, your email, your password. This is the team details. And then once you have done that, you can register register your team members. So from the second member onwards, you can fill all the fields or leave any fields empty as well. If you're going with at least 1 or 2 members, you can do that option as well. So this is where you register your team. So if you haven't registered, make sure to register as well. And yeah, oops, there you go. Okay. Right. So, and all the team members must log in with the same credentials provided using the team registration. So if the team leader was the one who did the registration, you should all register with log in with the same credentials. There won't be separate logins for each member. It's the same login that you should log into the platform, to the portal, to submit your answers for the challenges basically. And this is something that I should mention, that I should highlight. So the highest and the fastest scoring team will be considered the winner, and I will show the leaderboard as well. So there is a real-time leaderboard that gets updated in real time, and the highest and the fastest scoring team will be considered the winner if in case of a tie. So you can submit multiple submissions to a single challenge. There won't be a penalty. The highest mark will be considered. I'll get to that once we do the demo. And the rankings will be final, of the leaderboard will be final. We have no hand in grading or marking your solutions. It will be marked automatically by the platform. So whatever marks that's given to you by the platform will be final. And at the end of the day, the top 10 teams in the leaderboard will be selected to the final round. So these are the cash prizes. The first prize will be 60,000, the second 40, and third with 25,000. So these are some exciting cash prizes for you as well. So if you haven't registered, make sure to register as well. And we have been grateful enough to be partnered with some amazing companies. So we have a platinum partner, CCNC, partner all the way from Australia, and we have Paysy, which is a digital payment platform from Gold, and we have Sampath Bank, also a Gold partner. We have WSO2 for a silver partner, and Perplexity for a community partnership. As I mentioned before, IFS and Kubernetes Sri Lanka were the knowledge partners for this year's edition of SLIIT Bashaway. And we have some in-kind partners for Hack Excel and the Faculty of Computing of SLIIT Media Unit. A little shout out to them as well. So if you want to see what our competition was the previous year, you can take a look here as well. This is the last year's one. This is the last year's website basically, with the websites of details of last year. And this, as I mentioned, is done in collaboration with these communities. So I'm not going to go through the whole thing again. This is the official website. So if you have any questions, just make sure to go through these ones first. Everything that you need, A to Z, is available here. And if you still don't have any answer to your question, you can always reach out to us. Make sure to register, and you will be taken to a WhatsApp group, delegates group, and any question that you have can be answered in that WhatsApp group. Right. So next, I will show you this. So this is the status of the registration. So we have 389 registrations, individual registrations with over 131 teams. So we have leading in SLIIT and second place with Morator. Third, we have SLIIT again. So there is a small issue with the university. We'll fix that soon. But we have on the third place, UCSC. So get your university into these top 10 leaderboard and get those registration numbers up close as well. And we are aiming for 400. So if another 2 teams register, this is going to hit 400. So as you can see, it's a very exciting competition. There's a large number of students who are engaging in this, and you can only register. There was a question before as well. If you have friends in another university, and if you want to participate in a cross-university manner with 2 different universities with friends, unfortunately that is not possible. All participants of the team should be of the same university. So I need to mention that as well. Right. This is the real-time leaderboard. As you can see, the final round is in there at the moment. For round 1, as you can see, there's no submissions. So something that I do need to mention is that every time you do a submission, this will be reflected. Every time you do a submission, this will be reflected, and you will be shown in the real-time leaderboard. So the top 10 teams here in the page 1 will be selected for the final round. So this is leaderboard.bashaway.slitfirst.org, or if you are in the portal already, you can click this link up here in the header, right? So if you have registered, right, you can refresh your page in portal.bashaway.slitfast.org, and you will see a page like this, right? Something like this. You will see something like this. Now, you might wonder, oh, we have already put the questions. Has round one already begun? Well, actually, no. So this, what's happening right now, is the practice round. So this is just for you to make sure, to get an idea about how the platform works and how you can tackle questions. So in this awareness session today, I will be taking you through how you can tackle a question, basically, right? So if you have already registered, you can go to your portal and you will be seeing a view like this. And you can filter it out based off easy. Let's do an easy one, right? So you can see you haven't submitted an answer yet, right? So if you click this, so this is a question that all of these questions, I need to mention this as well. So all of these questions are last year's questions, right? All of these are last year's questions. So these are like the sample questions just for the practice round. So you can see the points that you get. For easy mode question, you get around 25 points. For a medium question, you get 50 points. And for a hard one, we have 100. So there's another difficulty mode called, which is extreme. So it's going to be even bit higher points than the hard one, right? So let's do an easy one just for the tick of time. So if we go to this one, so this was a question that was asked in the last year's edition. So this is the question that you have. You are given a set of constraints and you are given an output and evaluation criteria as well, right? So the first thing that you need to do, right, if you have done any submissions, you can see the submissions here as well. So I did a few submissions before, right? That's why you see my submissions here. But I logged in the admin as an admin, so that's why my submission isn't reflected in the leaderboard. So if the first thing that you need to do is download this code base, right? So download this code base, and right, it takes you to something like this, right? So this is what I got. You will get a question one zip. You will get a zip folder. I hope this is visible to you, right? You will get a zip folder called question one, and if you open that, you'll get something like this, right? And if I open this up, right? Okay. So just delete this one right here. Right. Okay. Okay. Right. So you are given something like this. You are not given a node modules one as well, right? So basically, you're given a source folder, you're given a test folder, test directory, git ignore, and a shell file, empty shell file, right? This is just the solution basically that I entered, package JSON as well, right? So what you need to do is do the solution for this. So in my my criteria, I have already done the solution. So this is the solution that I need to execute, right? And if I need to take a look at the test cases, this is how test case looks like. Okay, so I need to mention this as well. You cannot update this test file, right? You cannot update the test criteria, the assets or anything, because the runner will fail, right? Your run will fail, pipeline will fail, and you won't be graded. You cannot basically change this or alter this in any way as well. I need to mention that. And there may be some hidden tests as well. In some questions, there may be some hidden tests. So make sure to go through the test properly, carefully, because this gives you an idea as well. If you don't have much of an idea by reading the question here, you can get a much better idea by taking a look at this test file here as well, right? And once you have done it, right, so you can, I had a small issue here, so there we go. So you can run pnpm I, right? So I already did the run of install the dependencies. The first thing that you should do is install the dependencies. We recommend you using pnpm rather than npm, because everything that we have used is pnpm. So you can use pnpm as well. uh, First do it with pnpm I, and then once you have basically come up with the solution for the shell file, you can bash, right? So there we go, right? It creates the out file. So basically what we needed to do was to output the gzip file, create a zip file with the same name as the input file in the out directory. This is what we needed to do basically, right? So once I've done that, now I can run the test locally and see if it passes. Right, so this one passes, all good, right? Now how do I do the submission? I do the submission by doing a zip file. So I need to compress this without the node modules, right? I need to remove keep everything else. I need to remove the node modules, and I need to do it with something like this. So it should look like something like this, right? So it should have the test directory, the source directory, the pnpm lock, the package JSON, and the shell file, right? Everything except the node modules directory. Please do not include the node modules, because in the GitHub Actions runner, we anyway install the dependency, so it is not needed to zip it with the node modules directory. So I'll zip this one, right? Solution.zip, and I'll add a submission. Let's see what happens then. Okay, solution. Right. Once you've added your submission, you can go to view submissions. So this is the one that we put just now. Yeah, 729. I can go to view results, and this will take you to our GitHub Actions runner basically. So we have separate repository called the scorekeeper, and this here, yes, you have the scorekeeper, and here you can see the run. So if you take another look at it, you know, small issue there. Okay, so something's wrong there. Yeah, right. So something went wrong. So the runner failed. Let's do it like this. I'll do the same one. So this one right here. I think I know this. Let's submit this one and see. Right. All right. Let's have a look now. Yeah. So as you can see, the GitHub Actions runner already does the dependency installation part. So you don't need to basically include the node modules directory here. So everything is automatically graded. We don't manually grade anything. So there is no bias or anything. We do not know what's happening. It's all up to you. So whatever verdict is there at the leaderboard at the end of the first round and the final round would be the one that checks out. There's something wrong here. Hmm. Okay. See now. Anyway, that is the process. I'm not sure why this didn't work. And small issue with my laptop, little bit early, maybe something went wrong, but we'll see. I check again here. Until then, does anyone have any questions? I've registered with a companion from another campus, but he is no more. But I'm unable to kick him. Ah, right. Okay. So, Taushi Shrikant. Okay. So, please do send us a message. And yes, you're correct. You cannot remove a team member. It should be done by the organizing committee. So send us a message if you are already in the WhatsApp group through WhatsApp, uh, giving the team members details that you want to remove, and we will remove that team member for you. You can, however, add members, but to remove, you need to request it from the organizing committee. Seniru asks a question: how much points for extreme? It depends, Seniru. So if it still failed. Wait. Okay, so the answer script executed, but the test failed. Uh-huh. Anyway, so you can see I got 0 points, right? I ran one before, but it got 25. So since I'm an admin, it won't show here. But if you have already done a submission, it will be shown in this leaderboard right here. It will be reflected during the practice round. So the practice round will be held up until 22nd. So you can check out these 4 questions here, right? You can check out these 4 questions and do the submissions to the platform and see where you are in the leaderboard, right? The sooner you do it, the better. Better and the higher you can go in the leaderboard. So to answer Seniro's question, it doesn't always double, as you can see here. So you have 25, 50, 100, and it might, some extreme questions might be 200, but there might be a case where it could be 250 if it's very extreme. It could be 300, it could be 450. We've had ones like that as well in the last year. So it depends on the complexity of the question, Seniro. I hope that's clear. Okay. Um, is there any conflict, or do we need to use a specific version of PNPM? No, no. You can use what the important thing is for you to use PNPM rather than NPM because of to uh, uh, have any. I'm not sure what. Okay, not sure what you meant, but yes, you should use PNPM rather than NPM. Yeah. Let's see. Ah, so our team is working at this, and as you can see, the university count is correct now. So it's 23 registrations from all universities across Sri Lanka, and this is the correct count. So SLIIT has 49 teams registered, and University of Moratuwa with 28, and University of Colombo with 11, right? And we have Sabargamu with 5. So if you want to get more registrations from your university, get the message out to your friends as well. Tell them to join, and tell them to register. Yeah, basically that is what we need to say during this session. So we needed to cover the timeline. Do you give a brief introduction about the platform, what we wanted to cover, and everything about that? So, if you have any questions, feel free to ask right now, and we can go through that as well. One thing I should again mention is that if you have registered, uh, if we have registered for the through the platform, you will be sent a verification email to the email account that you registered your team with. And if it's not already there, please check in the spam folder. So you need to verify your account in order to gain access to this portal. So once you have verified only, you can access this and start with challenging the questions. Seniru has asked, yes, lots of questions. You can ask Seniru. Do we have separate sets of questions for round one and final? Yes, yes, you do. So otherwise, there is no point. So yes, you have separate sets of questions for round one and final. For round one, it will be mainly less complicated. I would say, I would put it that way, less complicated than the final round. And for the final round, it will be pretty complex. So yes, there are separate sets of questions. Anyone else have any questions? We have a few more minutes here. You start from zero. You start from zero in final. So they won't be carried to the final round. You start from zero and you'll be tallied again. And if in the chance that you do not, let's say you register for the competition, you tackle round one, but you're not within the top 10 teams, but you can still challenge and do the questions that are given to the finalists. And then you'll be shown in this leaderboard. So there is a leaderboard called the Ghost Legion. We had that last year that was introduced. And in the Ghost Legion, uh, the competitors who are not selected as the finalists can still do the challenges, tackle them, and those will be shown in the separate leaderboard called the Ghost Legion. You won't be entitled to any prizes, unfortunately, but bragging rights. You can still see yourself in the top of the leaderboard of the Ghost Legion as well. Most important thing is that it's a learning curve, it's learning experience, and try to do as many questions as you can with your friends and try to come up with a game plan. We had an episode of our community with the previous year's edition of winners in our YouTube channel. So they had a really good game plan going into the final round. Coming into the first round, they were also very new. They were very new to the competition and very new to Bash and scripting. So you can take a look at that as well, get a good idea about what to do. Since finally, since late, do we get a separate Wi-Fi connection or something like that? So yes, Sheniru, our university will provide you with the university's Wi-Fi connection, but it's a shared network. So if you still feel like you need to have faster connection, you can always bring your Wi-Fi router with you. Good question. So Taushi has mentioned. Yes. So the scorekeeper concept and the overall grading of the automated grading of the questions came about last year, and till then we were all the first years we were doing it manually. No, 2 years before, and we were doing it manually, and it was very hectic. So the team worked endlessly, and the development team behind this worked endlessly, and they were able to come up with this concept. So yes, uh, yes, hats off to them indeed. So is AI allowed? I mean, the reason I didn't mention it is because I know that everyone is going to use AI. So for round one, since it's online, there is no way for us to monitor whether you're using AI or not. Right? We don't recommend for you to use it because that takes away the whole point of what we're trying to do. The whole point of this competition is for you to understand the technical questions, understand the concepts of it, and tackle them on your own. That's how you learn about the whole scripting and automation and what we're trying to do here. That being said, I mean, I know most of you will still turn to ChatGPT for help or to Claude. So there is no way for us to monitor in round one. So you can still use it, but in final round, it will not be allowed. Since it's physical, we can be monitor it. We can monitor it, and we will be monitoring it. So it is not allowed for you to use AI. I would say. I mean, you can try, but I doubt you will succeed. Keep in mind to learn as much as you can from this experience because that's the whole point of the competition. Points will be assigned. Um, Not clear what the question is, Seniru. So about the points, you can only get the maximum points, right? There is no subtasks. There are no subtasks. So if you mean, I don't know what subtasks are because there are no subtasks. These are the tasks. These are the challenges, right? And if a challenge says 100 points, it's a do or die situation. You either get 0 points or you get 100 points, right? You can see even the ones that I tried, right? I mean, you can see my test failed, but you see, one failed, five passed, six in total, right? So five passed, one failed. So I mean, it should give me around 90% of marks, but no, right? It doesn't. It gives me zero. That's how the grading works, right? Asad did one, right? So it gave me zero. This is the one that I ran previously. It gave me zero, right? So it's a do or die situation. You either do it and get the full marks, or you don't, right? In the event of a tie, in the event of a tie of a leaderboard in round one, let's say the top two teams, let's say CRA and Void, both end up in let's say 100 point, no, 500 points in round one. The first team at the top will be based on the time that they submitted. So the time will be considered as well. So the sooner you tackle the questions, uh, the higher you will be in the leaderboard. In final, can we use Google instead of it? Yeah, you can use Google. That's fine. You can use you. That's fine. There might be instances where you have to. So Google is fine. But not the Google's AI. Now Google has its own AI, but not the Google's AI. You can use Google. Right. Any more questions here? Any more questions? So if you do have any questions, you can drop them to the WhatsApp Telegram group that you can join by uh, clicking here, basically, right? This will take you to a WhatsApp group channel where you can ask any and all questions that you may have. So make sure to do that, and make sure to spread the word, right? Let's see if we have any more. 393. We have two more. Okay. So make sure to get more registrations from your universities as well. As you can see, there's a major difference between University of Motu and the other universities in Sri Lanka. So get more universities involved, get your university involved and top of the leaderboard. And we have another question. After we did the submission, assuming runner was successful and leaderboard is also updated with marks, okay, does the runner re-evaluate marks again at the end of each round? No. So the runner is triggered when you submit a question to that challenge. It doesn't go back and check your solutions and regrade your marks or anything. It doesn't happen. So you won't be reducing marks, right? I need to mention that you won't be reducing marks just because another team scored more. You won't be losing marks, right? You can only gain marks. There is no uh, reduction of marks. Yeah. Any other questions? So regarding the test case file that I mentioned, this one right here. So there's no point on changing this just to make your solution pass, right? Uh, the test case will be replaced anyway in the runner. So whether you change this or not, it doesn't matter. And whatever it is, you should cater your solution to whatever the test script that we have given. So this is for you to get a much more understanding on the solution. If the question in the markdown file isn't enough, you can use this, right? So see, these are small conditions. These are constraints. Okay, this gives you an idea. You can't manipulate the runner environment to fake the results. You can't manipulate the runner environment to fake the results. You can't do that. It's only available to us. As I said before, the one that you get, this test script here, that is given to you once you download the zip file from the platform. This one right here will be replaced in the run. We are not touching it or anything. It just takes it and replaces the test case, the test file, and just runs it with against your solution, and it will be marked automatically. It is not possible to manipulate. Even if you try to manipulate it here, it will fail. Okay, so I'll give you a little bit of tips regarding last year's challenges. So what you see here is the repository for the previous editions of Bashaway challenges, and we started in 2022. Basically, in 2022, it was marked manually, which is hectic. And from here on, it was marked automatically. And in 2024, these are the questions that you saw in the platform. Ancient records, the one that you saw in the platform. And you can tackle these questions, right? This is available in our GitHub organization. So every year, once the competition is over, we we publish it into this repository. So everything is open source. Every little thing that we do, we contribute it and we give it back to the community, so you can get an idea. Sorry, you can get an idea about what kind of questions there are and the solutions as well. So if you take this challenge, there's a separate directory called solutions, and these are the teams that successfully submitted solutions to this challenge, this particular challenge, in the year of 2024, basically, right? So you can get an idea from this. um, yeah, I can. So I'll just drop these links for you, your reference. There we go. So you can register from this link that I just put as a banner, and you can register from that. And I'll just drop these links that are important for you. And the second one is this repository, which might be helpful for you as well. Right, there we go. Are there any more questions? Okay then. So if you do have any questions regarding the competition, please make sure to send it via WhatsApp, and our team will get back to you as soon as possible. And register to the competition, attempt the round one challenges, and try to do as much challenges as you can, because that's what most important. And hopefully you'll do well, and we'll be able to see you in the final round on November 30th. So until then, thank you very much. And I'd like to also thank all our partners for making this event a massive success. Starting off with our platinum partners, CC and C Solutions, and our gold partners, Payzy.lk, Sampath Bank, and our cellular partner WSO2 Sri Lanka, community partner Perplexity, knowledge partners IFS Sri Lanka and Kubernetes Sri Lanka community, digital media partner HackExcel, and media partner Faculty of Computing Media Unit. And the collaboration communities, SLIIT Women in FOSS community, SLIIT Mozilla Campus Club, and the Software Engineering Student community of SLIIT. So it's a collaborative effort, and I'd like to thank each and every one of them. And I'd like to thank you for taking your time to come to this session. So the recording of this session will be available in our YouTube channel. So if you want to uh, if you miss something or anything, you can always go back and revisit this video. And until then, thank you for joining, and we'll see you in SLIIT Bashaway 2025. Thank you, and have a very good day.